Hello everyone, welcome to Evil Pinely Summer. Hope everyone's staying dehydrated. For this video, I am wearing this shirt from I found this in a thrift store. It's like for a prison basketball tournament. Amazing, what an amazing find. I'm wearing the shirt of Inmate Drew. Inmate Drew. If you were to see me wearing this shirt and I asked you, hey, what color am I wearing? Especially, let's do it with the light faced away. You'd be like, it's black. It's a black shirt. But, you know, it has some trouble absorbing light. You may think that now that I've pointed the light at it, you'd be like, maybe this is a blue shirt. No, it's a black shirt. And then I'd come in and smack your hat off your head and I'd be like, no, you don't know what a black shirt actually looks like. Today we'll be talking about some incredible paint drama. We'll be talking about blackest black versus pinkest pink. Now you idiot, you thought that this shirt is black. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is nuts. I see this and I'm like, at some level, it's hard for me to believe that this is a real picture because it straight up looks like, you know, someone like masked this out in Photoshop and then took out a little bit of it. But this is a photo. In 2014, this company created a material called Vanta Black, and it is freaky and looks like something that a demon made. It absorbed up to 99.6 of visible light, creating a black void. This is weird. God saw this and he was like, what are you guys working on? This black void-esque thing was then developed into a spray paint so it can be used in art to coat things. I know that this is like a real image, but on some level I see this and I kind of feel like I am being pranked by Maya, the researcher. Like, look at this. Look, this is weird. This is not how I know reality to be. They had to do it in like a perfect circle too here, like to freak me out even a little bit more. So this is our first player in the story here, the color, the blackest black color itself. Now the second player we're gonna talk about here is one that is related to, you know, have you seen the Chicago bean before? It is so cool. I love the Chicago bean. I've never gone to Chicago, so I've never had the chance to see it. But if I were, I'd post a picture of me touching the bean and I with the caption on Instagram of like, look where I've been, bean. Look where I've been, bean. Anyways, this guy, Anish Kapoor, is an artist and a sculptor, and he has created the bean. He has beamed it into existence. Anish Kapoor is a very famous artist and sculptor. In 2016, Anish Kapoor bought the exclusive rights to use Vanta Black, the blackest black in the world. Here he is being like, what the f***? To the floor and he's like, what the f*** is going on? This started a heated conversation in the art world. People didn't really like the idea of just one singular artist having the rights to use you know, a new kind of material. I've never heard of an artist monopolizing a material, said artist Christian Furr, one of the artists upset by the news. We should be able to use it. It isn't right that it belongs to one man. Another artist told India's Telegraph, I've not known of anything so absurd in the creative world. Artists, nobody should have a monopoly. Basically, these news meant that only Mr. Kapoor can use that color. He could open exhibitions being like, hey, look at this color. pretty dark. Not absorbing too much light, this color. It is worth noting though that Nanosystems were the ones that I guess approached Kapoor to try and sell it to him. And it's not technically that he owned the rights to the color, but more so that he did own the artistic rights to the material that was made to make that color. But Nanosystems, the company that originally created it, were still the only ones to like be able to produce it. Which, I mean, still in practice means that he's the only one that can use this color. Then one day, a guy came forth and was like, you know what? I'm not a big fan of this. This person's name is Stuart Simple. It's the sequel to Stuart Little, Stuart Simple. So he, out of spite, created the color, the pinkest of pink. Why am I saying that this was made out of pity? Well, in order to actually buy this color, you had to fill out a form that said, note, by adding this product to your cart, you confirm that you are not Anish Kapoor. You're in no way affiliated to Anish Kapoor. You are not purchasing this item on behalf of Anish Kapoor or an associated of Anish Kapoor. To the best of your knowledge, information, and belief, this paint will not make its way to the hands of Anish Kapoor. So I am led to believe that this was made out of spite. You know, and he keeps on kind of mentioning it in a lot of places. It's available to everyone except Anish Kapoor. Who want shares black. This paint is available exclusively from culturehustle.com. Culturehustle.com. What a horrible name for a website. His hopes for the stunt were humble. I thought I might sell one or two. But the website itself would almost be like a piece of performance art, perhaps. And the pink jar would be like an artwork in and of itself. I'm adding a few words here and there, excuse me. But this sort of thing ended up with like thousands and thousands of people buying the pinkest of pink. In December of that year, though, it seems like, you know, all this text that you had to sign off on didn't hold the creator of the bean back. Because he like posted this picture, doing a big old middle finger, doing a big old fuck you, fuck you, I got the color, I got the pink color, fuck you. Stuart Little Simple was like, okay, well, okay, you motherfucker, okay, you fucking you took my pink of pink and gave me a middle finger and said f you with it, and I shall retaliate. And so him and a bunch of other artists collaborated to make their own freaky little black paint kind of freaky little thing. It wasn't as good as the 99 point whatever percent as we saw earlier of light absorption, but as you can see, I can't. But this sort of like ended up leading to a different thing. So right, they sold the pinkest of pink, they created the black 2.0, and then like more, this was like kind of led to like a chain of other things being sold. White 2.0, the world's brightest white paint. Lit, it's lit, the world's glowiest glow pigment. How do we know that? Like a New York pizzeria saying, I got the biggest pizza. They don't say I got the biggest pizza. They say I got the best pizza. But it's the same. Mirror, the world's mirroriest mirror, chrome paint. At some point, I gotta wonder if this is still performance art, or just like, I mean, I'm gonna sell gold paint. The world's mirroriest mirror, chrome paint. Then we got the world's goldest gold metallic acrylic. Not that there's a problem, I guess, with selling paint, but I do wonder where does the line with the performance, performance art end? The world's most glittery glitter. I think you get the point. So that was kind of the situation between the two of them. At the time, especially in 2016, there was a lot of hate towards Anish Kapoor. People were like, F you. You're giving me a middle finger with pink paint, f you. I remember seeing the middle finger with the paint picture, maybe. I'm trying to remember if I was like vaguely aware of this thing as it was happening. Who knows? What's been interesting is that there has been sort of a shift in discourse. Every time Kapoor is mentioned on Reddit, people him over Vanta Black, and it's entirely misguided, apparently. That's what people say here. People have pointed out that Stuart Semple has now made a lot of money off this situation and continues to. He has the golden of golden, he has the mirroriest mirror. Apparently some people think that Stuart Semple has just used the situation to become a paint seller. He's a giant con man and grifter. I don't know about I don't know how glittery the glitteriest of the glitters is. People say Semple also allowed everyone to think that he was this great underdog, proletarian hero, when in actuality, he was already a fairly well-established artist who had semi-recently been accused of not paying his employees. Some people are also like, well, if Kapoor was kind of like just offered the exclusive rights to it by the company, and this wasn't like something that he won in an auction by paying the most or whatever, why wouldn't he take it? If that's still the only like blackest of black thing that exists in that moment, that's a bit of a move. Even if you get offered it. And like maybe at first, I can see how at first you're like, you don't think about it too much. But maybe after the fact, after people are like, hey, what the man? After people are like, hey, what's up with that, man? Maybe after that you're like, I'll give back my rights. But I don't know. or care that much. It's just an interesting little saga. In 2019, MIT came out with their own blackest of black that absorbs even more light. The other one is so shit now in comparison, you know? I look at the other one and I'm like, amateur. Let's put the other one on the screen right now. I'm like, amateur work. The project could also be interpreted as a statement against British artist Anish Kapoor and Anish Kapoor's purchase of exclusive rights to the formula of carbon nanotubes as a material for artwork. The engineers said it will be available for any artist to use, but it's not. So this is the new blackest of black. Why put it against a black background? I guess that shows how truly black it is. I guess. Whatever. Is that it? It seems like it. Oh my god. What a story. It seems like no one can use these colors. Like the blackest of black ones. It seems like actually no, like in reality, no one can use them. Because if he can only use them when the company allows it to, because it's too toxic, and the MIT one, no one can use it. And so no one can use any of the colors. I'd like to make this entire background blackest of black, you know? Pop out of you, out of a f***ing void. But can I do that? Can I do that? Like and subscribe to copyright my face. I'm not allowing you to do that. Just for legal reasons, I should point out that this is a joke, okay? But please like and subscribe either way.